Hello everyone, my name is Julio Martinez and today I'm going to be sharing with you my most memorable and impactful experience, which is the day that I gave my exit speech to my very first ever senior class, the class of 2019. So first, we're going to be talking about the experience itself and how I almost butchered a speech that should have been very easy for me. And then we're going to talk about the lesson that I learned from it. So, to start, we have to go back 4 years, which is when I graduated high school. Now, out of high school, I wasn't too sure what I wanted to do. However, I ended up deciding to become a teacher. So I went back to my high school to apply for a job, and I ended up getting a job as an AVID tutor. So if you don't know what AVID is, it's a program that helps high school students mostly get to college through informing them of programs that they can use to help them get there if they're struggling financially, if they're struggling with their education, so on and so forth. So as a tutor, I was assigned to groups of students and I was supposed to help them with their homework and their classwork, anything that they needed. But I ended up being able to help them with much more than that. We had a sort of familiar bond. To some of them, I was a bit of a father figure, and that bond allowed us to share a lot of close experiences with each other, and we were able to grow together as people. So when I was asked to give a speech at their AVID graduation, which was only a few weeks before their actual graduation, I was honored and I thought that the speech would be easy. However, when writing the speech, I realized that it wasn't going to be as easy as I had thought it would. In fact, I took a couple hours just trying to plan out how I would give the speech. And then when I actually had to give this speech, it was even worse. So when I was given the speech, I ended up breaking down. I ended up crying in the middle of it because I was so emotional, because I was so afraid that this would be the last time that I would ever see my students, my kids. I saw them as I saw my own children. I didn't want to see them leave. I felt like a father sending their kids off to college, only they didn't have any incentive to come back and visit me. So I was understandably sad about it. However, that's where my lesson learned came in. I learned that even though it was supposed to be an emotional speech, I was giving off the wrong kinds of emotions. I ended up giving off negative vibes when I should have been keeping it positive. I should have shown my students that I was beyond proud of them instead of just showing them how heartbroken I was. Because my students were only sharing in the sadness with me. They were empathetic, and because of that, they were just feeling all the negativity. When I really should have just been showing them that I was proud. I should have been telling them that I was excited to see how they would come to change the world. So, because of all of that, because of all of my negativity, because of all of my sadness, I almost ruined their celebration. I should have given them more cause for celebration. I should have said, "Congrats guys, I'm so proud of you. I can't wait to see what you guys are gonna do." Instead, what I said was, "I really don't want to see you guys go. I'm so sad to see you guys leave." So, in conclusion, looking back at what we talked about today, we talked about my experience, which was giving the speech, how difficult it was, how I broke down emotionally. And then we talked about the lesson. The lesson being that even though you're supposed to be emotional sometimes, you don't always want to be getting too emotional because then you might give off the wrong kind of emotion. In this case, instead of keeping it positive for a celebration, I ended up going into a negative field, which may have made it worse for some people. High school students are often excited to leave high school, but I may have made it harder for some of them to leave. So next time you have a friend or a family member that's going off to do bigger and better things, encourage them. Don't bring down the vibe. Thank you.